Hi, I'm Joe Hadzicki, inventor of the Revolution Wing, and I thought I'd take a moment to give you a little history and a little background on where the wing design came from. When I was much younger, maybe around 5 years old, I remember building my first kite with my aunt, and we built that on the kitchen table, and I was so excited about this thing that it took us, it probably took us a couple hours to build it, and it was nighttime by the time we finished. And like I said, I was so excited I had to go out and fly it anyway, so I just went out in the street and launched the kite and flew it down the middle of the street, and the moon was up in the corner, and I was flying in the moonlight, and I thought it was the most spectacular thing ever, and the kite flew great. A few years later, my next memory of a kite is the plastic bat wing kite that you could buy at the store for about $2.49 or something. And it had little orange eyes on it. I remember those orange eyes, and I thought that thing was really cool. And I remember flying it, and it would dive around and turn around, and I thought it was great. It was fantastic. I wish I had a little more control of it so I could make it kind of do what I wanted to do. But years later, I went off to college at UC Santa Barbara. After getting my engineering degree, I worked up there a couple of years. And coming back to San Diego to visit my family one weekend, I saw a guy down the beach flying a kite. This is a big guy. This guy was over 6 feet, probably a couple 100 pounds, and this kite was dragging him down the beach. And I had a flashback of my childhood and just said, wow, that's the kind of kite I'd love to fly. So I started playing around with designs and looking at what was on the market at the time, and decided I could probably make something better than that. So I started building kites, and I had the same problem that I had with my bat kite. I wanted to have more control of it. I wanted to be able to bring it down, I wanted to be able to land, I wanted to be able to fly it across, put it where I wanted to. So I started playing around with some different options on it. The predominant design for a kite at that time was the Delta Wing kite, and it has the two lines, and so you can control it and turn it left and right, but you really can't slow it down or hover it, or maybe even back it down and land it without some kind of a tricky move. So I started playing with different options on the wings, and I used a 3-line arrangement so I could tilt the kite while I was flying it. I put some flap arrangements on it, kind of similar to the target kite that was used in World War II. They had a flap that you can control the kite with. And all those things had an effect on the design of the kite and had an effect on the performance of the kite, but it never took it to the control level I was looking for. And one morning I woke up with a completely different approach and a different idea to it, and it was to basically control it more like an airplane wing. And so you have your two wings and you separate them away from each other, and then you control those wings independently of each other. And that was really the breakthrough on the design that made it possible. And you can see the design is here. The final concept that we came up with. And I think the key to that performance is those separate wings and changing the whole concept of how you approach the design. So we started building prototypes. I flew with my brothers, and it took about a year and a half, 2 years to get to full production on it. And then we introduced it at the International Trade Show, and it was a big success. And that's really the beginning of the Revolution story. Thanks for listening, and check out some more of our videos and get yourself one of our kites and come out and fly with us. Can't wait to see you on the field.